It's the night before Christmas. Are you ready? I hope so. I am so thankful that we have this Christmas season, that we can celebrate the birth of Christ. And I hope that you're going to have a wonderful time with your family and friends, celebrating, getting together. Maybe sometimes there's people that you only see once a year. When I was a kid, at Christmas time, we always had a family reunion of my mother's side of the family at her sister's house. And there were people, cousins and aunts and uncles, that's the only time I saw some of them. One uncle lived in Oklahoma. The other uncle was a missionary in South America. And the other uncle and aunt lived locally, so I saw them quite a bit. And I remember it being always a fun time just to get together and see the cousins. And one of my brother and I, our favorite memory is, it's sort of, I don't know, one of our cousins has a beautiful voice, and she was singing "Oh Holy Night." And we recorded it on our little reel-to-reel tape player, a reel-to-reel tape recorder, like a little box about this big, and recording my cousin singing "Oh Holy Night." And towards the end of it, the youngest of the cousins accidentally fell down the stairs. And of course, when she fell, she was screaming and crying. Bless her heart. She was okay, but now, 40, 50 years later, every time we hear "Oh Holy Night," all we can think of is our cousin Janine falling down the stairs and screaming. How sick is that? What kind of family traditions do you have at your home? Do you do something fun? When we had our kids at home, our routine was the boys could get up whenever they wanted to, and they could go through their stockings, and we'd always hide gifts. I'd always hide gifts in there, and candies and whatever. So they could do their stockings, but they couldn't touch the stuff under the tree until we were all up together as a family. And then we would stand in a circle, and we would have a Thanksgiving morning prayer and thank God for all the things that He had given us. And then we get into presents, and in our family we did them one at a time because we wanted the gift giver to be able to experience the joy on the face of the gift receiver. And we didn't want it to be all about the getting, but more about the giving. Anyways, so we did one at a time. So everybody got to play a role of being the gift delivery person. And after all the gifts were opened, then we had a big family breakfast. I always cooked like a ton of food, and we sit down and have a big family breakfast. And in the afternoon, we play with our toys or whatever gifts we got. As we got older and the boys moved out and had their own lives, my husband and I, our tradition was on Christmas afternoon, we would go and see a movie. And we would always wear our Santa hats. So we would go to the movie theater with our red sweatshirts and our Santa hats and be as festive as possible and watch some fun movie on Christmas Day. And then we'd go out for dinner. And one year, we went to dinner right across the street from the movie theater. And my husband, big guy, big beard, we walk in, we sit down, and there was a family on the other side of the restaurant, and there was a little boy that was with them. He's probably about 5. And I could see him whispering to his mom and dad and kind of pointing at Mel and pointing at us like, "Do you think that's Mr. and Mrs. Claus?" It was so funny. So towards the end of our meal, we corralled our server into helping us, just passed a little bit of cash to that little boy via the server as we were leaving, whatever, so she could give it to him. And that was fun. It was a fun Christmas memory. Getting to be a little festive, going to the movies, going to dinner, and then sharing a little joy with a little boy. So I hope you all are having a good week, and I hope that your holidays are going to be blessed. And for those of you who might be struggling this season, my prayers are with you. I had another friend who just lost her mom this morning. And while it was, I'm sure, sad that she's gone, she was joyful that she was reunited with her dad, that her mother was reunited with her dad. And so yeah, we have that hope as Christians and that assurance that we will see our loved ones again. So if you're struggling this season, I will be praying for you, because as I've already mentioned on a couple of other episodes, my husband and I both have losses that we experienced in our lives during the November and December timeframe. But it's a joyous time, and we celebrate the birth of our Savior. And I hope that you get a chance to do that with your family and friends this season. And while it's not yet Christmas, and I'll probably say Merry Christmas for the next 2 days, I'll say it right now. Merry Christmas. Take care, and God bless.